We are delighted to be here with you all today. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Clay Caldwell. I'm the SVP of SAP at Kyndryl. I'm joined by my friend Juan from Forza Steel. As I mentioned, I'm with Kyndryl, who, if you didn't know, is the largest IT service provider in the world. Most of my work is focused on SAP, which is how I came to develop a relationship with Forza and with JD. Hey, JD, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself and Forza Steel before I provide a bit of an overview on what to expect today?
Well, in first place, Clay, thank you very much for the opportunity to have this conversation with you. So in this case, what I can tell about Kyndryl, the whole team from Kyndryl, is they are doing a really good job helping Forza Steel to enable the foundation, to have an AI-ready foundation for the business. It is really important for us. So thank you in first place, Clay. So Forza Steel, I'm the CIO from Forza Steel. I've been working here for almost 15 months. Basically, I'm just starting the business and digital transformation here, and I'm responsible to execute and design and build everything which is related with digital transformation, but most important, the business transformation. So at the end, what we have to understand when we work for a digital department or digital transformation department is we need to think 100% time of the business. We cannot do anything without thinking at the same time from a business perspective. So I'm in charge of the next generation for the business transformation, and Kyndryl is the one who is helping me out in this case. So I get back to you, Clay.
All right. Thanks, JD. So, crew, we're going to cover a lot of ground. We'll try and keep you entertained. We're going to try to do this. We have a very little amount of time, but we're going to focus mostly around Forza's AI platform, which is, of course, powered by Microsoft Fabric, Power BI, and Azure. We're going to talk about what the transformation looked like, some of the real-time insights and predictive analytics now available because of the transformation. And then finally, if we have enough time, we'll talk about how this comes together with Forza's SAP core modernization moving to SAP Rise on Azure. So with that, I'll turn it over to you to talk a bit more about your project.
Yeah, well, in first place, what I got to tell you guys regarding the Microsoft environment, what I can tell you is we did a really strong comparison in between the main cloud providers in the world, and basically according to my requirements or my business requirements, Microsoft was the cloud partner which we're covering all my business requirements. So I will explain you in a few seconds what we're doing right now regarding IoT, regarding AI, regarding BI, and of course, why we are working with Microsoft. So Microsoft is the one who is running our SAP environment. And basically, if we put all this information together, our SAP implementation, our whole strategy regarding the business transformation, execute on the Microsoft environment, and you pull all of this information together, we find out there are several business benefits that we can have. So let me get started. Basically, what we are watching here is the challenges that we face in the transformation. This is the whole thing. This is what we have to do, where we have to solve within or from a business perspective, but in this case, using technology, processes, and people culture at the same time. The first point that you're watching here is the process standardization, and basically this is the foundation of everything from a business perspective. We're looking to have a unified model of operations in Mexico and the US. Basically, it's a single source of truth what we're expecting from this digital ecosystem that we are designing using Microsoft and SAP environments. And what I can tell you is if there's no process standardization, then there are no AI capabilities. We are using some very specific products here from SAP, which is 𝗦𝗲𝗀 plus Ignavio and the whole digital ecosystem from Microsoft that I will show you in the next slide. The second point is the real-time visibility. this is really important for our business. We're a manufacturing business. We have to supervise and monitor 24/7 our manufacturing operations so we can generate financial and operational metrics in real time. So this way we can improve cost visibility and manufacturing productivity. The third, scalability and agility. Obviously, what we are doing right now should be ready to grow in the next 10 to 20 or 25 years. Point number 4, and one of the most important for us in this case, and I guess 9 out of 10 companies out there are thinking what they're going to do regarding data intelligence and AI. And this is one of the most important reasons we are working with Microsoft, you'll see in a few minutes, is to enable the business with intelligent technologies such as data analytics, automation, machine learning, and AI to optimize and increase my productivity. Productivity is the game. I need to increase productivity in manufacturing. I need to increase productivity in the sales department. I need to increase productivity in the purchasing, sourcing, and so on. So productivity is the name of the game. Then production efficiency. As I said, we are a manufacturing business, so production efficiency is really, really important for us. Basically, 85% of the manufacturing cost is coming from the manufacturing process itself. So if we can monitor and supervise 24/7 in real time our manufacturing facilities, I can be sure that I will prevent my cost to rise in the short or mid-term future. The cost reduction, our cost reduction in this case is coming from the TCO and the TCI. I used to have a really complex digital ecosystem, legacy systems, a lot of data out of the systems and so on. So manual data, a lot of people executing processes out of the systems costs a lot of money for any business. So the cost reduction in this case is one topic which is very important for us as well. And the last but not least important is one AI for everything. AI is everywhere, but we need to think as simple as possible. So I cannot have as many AI agents just to check one here, one over there, and so on. So the connection in between AI agents in this case is real important, and you'll see in the next slide. This is a picture. Basically, what I'm trying to show you how we are thinking and designing and integrating our data ecosystems and our data architecture. So you can see over here at the top on the left, there's RISE with SAP, which is running on Microsoft Azure. And we said the Microsoft Azure was the one because it has so many products that are helping us right now, like Microsoft Fabric that you're going to find at the center of this slide. You're going to see the IoT Azure Hub, in this case on the right side, which is gathering data from the real-world objects. And obviously, as I said, one AI agent for everything. So we are expecting to have an easily conversation in between the key user and the technology. I don't care if they want to access the information either from SAP or the Microsoft side, because what I need is to make it as easy as possible. So why RISE on Microsoft Azure? Point number 1, the cost reduction, 10% approximately. I think I will say it's more, but that is what the numbers showed at that time, by simplifying systems and getting no cloud transfer costs. How is that? You're going to see the SAP CX suite on the right side. For example, the e-commerce platform from SAP runs on Microsoft Azure. So it's pretty simple for us to connect the e-commerce platform to our SAP ecosystem, which is running already on Microsoft Azure. And this is going to be an easy and a seamless integration in between those two platforms. The second one single AI agent, which is Joule and Copilot 365. So I will say 9 out of 10 companies out there in the world are using Microsoft Teams or the digital workplace ecosystem. So if you use Microsoft Teams and you're used to execute and store data in there. So you can now exercise the Copilot 365 integration with the SAP ecosystem. So this is going to be really exciting and really fun and really funny for the end users to collaborate with. And the third point, seamless integration in between Microsoft Fabric, SAP on Azure, Microsoft Digital Workplace, the shop floor operations, and the CX platform. I will say this is the main reason why we designed our digital ecosystem like this, because it was really simple to connect it, to gather data from one place to another one, and then store the whole thing on the Microsoft Fabric platform at the center. This is really important because you're going to find some products inside, like, for example, Data Factory, which is the ETL component that is collecting information all the time from non-SAP and SAP components as well. Then you're going to find the data engineering, data warehouse, and data science capabilities running Synapse in this case. The real-time intelligence, which is collecting and working at the same time with the IoT hub from Azure, so I can monitor my real-world objects such as edge devices, sensors, actuators, assets, and so on. And then the BI platform, which is really important for us because you're going to see in the business benefits, allowing users to create their own dashboards to use metrics as a self-service. We need to keep in mind that starting with the F64 Fabric band based on Fabric data governance model, you're going to allow your business to have as much creator license for the Power BI environment for free. So that means all end users now can get the data which is contained in the Microsoft environment, Microsoft Fabric environment, and then they can start doing their mathematics, their transformations, and their insights by themselves. So I get back to you, Clay.
Super. That was fantastic, JD. Thank you so much for covering that in such a short period of time. A lot to unpack there, and I think you answered a few of the questions I was going to ask, but a top line one, more of a macro level. Without sharing any trade secrets, how do you see generative AI transforming the steel industry? And more specifically, like what role is that going to play for you at Forza Steel in the future? And I think you're going to answer, which is just fine. It doesn't have to be like perfection. You talked about productivity a lot more. We hear a lot more about productivity. Is that most of what you're hoping to achieve, is better productivity across shop floor and top floor?
Yeah, basically the Gen AI, and I will say any AI agent in this case, should be designed from a business perspective. So I'll jump into the next slide. So this is what I'm planning to do next, or my next steps, basically is AI to max potential. And basically the point number one, Clay, is the one you're asking for. I think what the people should do, or what the business should do in this case, is they need to read in the business client's mind. So they need to understand how the key users in your business run their business. So if the people that is in the IT department understand how to run a business, then they can gather that knowledge and create as many AI agents as you need without knowledge. So after that, you can use the cloud power to analyze and create unthinkable scenarios. So one of the main issues of what I can see, for example, in Forza Steel and many other business out there, is the people just do what they know to do. So they do the whole thing. They do the same thing all the time, but that's it. If you gather that knowledge, you put this information into an AI agent, and then you leverage this power using the cloud power, so you are going to get some really good insights that maybe you thought it was impossible. After that, then what you just have to do is preserve quality data and consistency, because we need to keep in mind at the end of the day, AI is going to do not very good proposals if the quality of the data is not really good, and then repeat the whole process, Clay. What do you think?
So two other things, and the first is around data. Of course, being in production with AI is fantastic. I'm glad you've gotten this far. Did you do anything special to prepare? Because you're making some serious business decisions for Forza. Your executive team and board are looking at this and making decisions off AI. Your data readiness, your data cleanliness, your trust in the results that the generative prompt is delivering. You feel good about this now?
Yeah, I feel good about it because we started like a data cleaning and a data cleansing transformation several months ago before this implementation. As I said, if there's no data quality, then you cannot expect anything good coming from the AI model or AI tool that you're using to transform anything that you're looking to transform in the short, mid-term, or long future. So yeah, I feel happy at this point with my data because I know that it's clear, it's better, it's it's the thing that I need for now. So data can be better and better and better. I can trim it, I can update it, I can do a lot of stuff with it. But yeah, I feel comfortable because I've been working with, I know that I have invested plenty of time just to cleaning and so on. So yeah, I feel happy with my data at this point. And I can say I've been working with the data maybe 6 to 12 months because it is really, really important. So maybe someone is going to say, and when you're going to start executing the business solutions? The answer is, I need to work out with my data first after designing any business solution. So yeah, I feel comfortable at this point. And basically,
JD,
yeah, go ahead, Clay.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, apologies. I was going to say it's a never-ending journey, I think, on the data cleanliness. I think you're going to get to a point, and then 2 or 3 years from now, you're going to start that all over again. It's a journey without a destination at an end. One last thing for you, JD. If you had a piece of advice that you'd go back a year, look back at your learnings over this project, something for a peer IT executive just beginning their generative AI journey, what would it be?
Well, I'm going to use the takeaways to answer that question because I think this is an advice I can provide for any executive out there or any person which is interested in digital ecosystem modernization and so on. So the first one is invest time to design your architecture model based on actual but future requirements. So sometimes what a lot of people do is, I got a problem right now, I need to fix it right now. It doesn't matter how much it costs. They fix the problem, but then they find out another problem is coming next because they did not think about it. So that's point number one. Second, no standard architecture design will cover 100% your requirements. That is impossible. Find the one that suits you best. And the processes will do the rest. The third, always take a look at the long term. Keep it simple. I think that is one of the main advice I could give to any executive out there. Keep it simple. Don't think about the most complicated tool out there, the newest one, the most expensive one, and so on. No, just keep it simple while achieving its full potential. Point number 4, make sure, and this is real important, make sure the technology is being used and processes are being followed. I have seen many times the same issue, the same problem. A lot of people is working on a high complex IT digital ecosystem or IT digital environment, but at the end of the day, the key users are not using it. They still using manual protocols. They still using papers and so on. So keep it simple, but make sure the technology is being used all the time and processes are followed. That's number 4. And the number 5, and I really like this one because as IT professionals and IT executives, which report to the business representatives and so on, we sometimes just forget about to think about a client. So put yourself in the customer's shoes. So the more you understand which are the issues they are going to find, the more easy you're going to think about the IT solutions you are going to provide. So that is my advice for you, for any executive that is out there, Clay.
JD, always a pleasure to listen to you and get your insights. And to the listeners that joined us today, thank you so much. Hope you gleaned some new intelligence, and thank you for spending some time with us. Thank you all.